For those of you who have been watching the channel for any amount of time, you would already know how much I love all things Italian. And today we're gonna put that to the test. We're blind tasting 6 different wines. Some are from the north of Italy, some are from the south of Italy, and some are from the middle. We need to pick where they come from and whether or not we'd spend any money on them to try to find who is king of the pile. Let's go.
Australia versus the rest of the world in Shiraz. This is another addendum. I've tasted these wines already.
Hold on, flag on the play. We've got to talk about something here. So when it came to collating all the footage and audio from this episode, we came to the startling realization that 2 of the solo tastings looked and sounded like this. Luckily though, one of our solo sessions was still pristine and the group chat at the end was unaffected. Now, a logical explanation is that there was some sort of error with our recording setup on the day. A cable was knocked, a button was mispressed, and the result is we've got a whole pile of corrupted files. But logical explanations, a little bit boring. So I'm gonna switch hats, and here are my 2 cents. Now, there have been quite a few comments lately on the videos praising my apparent level up when it comes to wine tasting, which, as much as I think you're totally misguided, it is nice to see, so thanks for the few pats on the back. Thing is that I've always been the dummy on the channel, the voice of the average punters who don't know Barolo from Barocca, with Brendo and Noah being the experts who bring authority and wisdom to the discussions. Now here's the theory. Noah and Brendan have seen these comments. They see the big dog coming for their turf and they decided to do something about it. I reckon that they have deliberately corrupted their files. They know that it's usually 60 to 70% of their chat, then through the magic of editing, I get the odd semi-intelligent opinion thrown in when the stars align and I get something right. So they've essentially decided to call an ISO play on this tasting. I'm not gonna lie, what you're about to see, one of my worst nightmares. It's 6 Italian wines, no expert commentary to weave into my guesstimates, there's no safety net at all. So the question is, will I be able to keep my reputation as the most improved taster? Or are you guys gonna discover that it's all movie magic that's keeping my head above water? Let's find out. Let's get into it. Wine number 1, the darkest of the first 3 in the bracket here. Italian varietals, so I'm looking for some Sangiovese, I'm expecting some Nere d'Avola, maybe some Nebbiolo thrown in here. Off the chop, smells Italian. Shock, horror, gasp. Yeah, it's got this sort of like spicy red fruit thing. I don't know, every time I smell an Italian wine, I feel like I can smell an Italian wine, but then I'll smell a wine that's not Italian and think it smells Italian and it throws the whole system out of whack. It's savory, it's tannic. I would be leaning towards Nebbiolo, but the only thing that I'm lacking on that is just the color of it. Dull. Shadow. 6 bottles of that. I'd pay $45 a bottle for it. Not bad, a good size. So one of these is gonna be from each region. I wish I knew more about those regions coming into it. Wine number 2. Oh yeah, dude. So all that dustiness I was talking about with Old World wine is not apparent on the nose of this. It's like red rippers, like strawberries and raspberries. Oh yeah. I like that a lot. It's giving finding the sun with your friends. I don't know. Is it Nero? I think it's Nero. Bright strawberries, raspberry thing. I want a dozen of that. I reckon it's bloody delicious. I'm gonna throw a shot in the dark here and say that this is a cheaper wine. I'm gonna say it's $30 and it's an absolute bargain. I would drink that 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. Absolutely. Wine number 3. Whereas the previous one almost smelled like confected strawberries, this smells like slightly underripe green strawberries. Spice in there as well. Back in the back of the wardrobe, she's a bit dusty. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th use, I don't know, man, it's barrel aged, but I don't reckon it's fresh barrels. Italian varietals that's a little bit dusty. Something I look for in Sangiovese is this sort of like acidic sun-dried tomato-y thing, and this does have that. So I'm gonna call it a Dusty Sange. Great name for a band. I'll have 3 bottles of that one, and Sange does command a slightly higher price point than Nero, so that's gonna be $50 a bottle. If I'm ranking these 3 in order of my preferences, number 2 is my favorite, then number 1, then number 3. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Another 3 wines. This is looking a little bit more like Nebbiolo could pop up here. There's a bit of that tawny brick thing going on with wine number 5, but we can't find that out until we taste wine number 4. Smells like most Italian wines that I've had in the sense that it's barrels, fruit, and just a hint of dust. If I didn't know it was Italian, I'd say that was like an Australian Merlot. It's quite soft, it's quite round, it's very approachable, it's got a bit of body to it. It's got a little bit of that, like, more of a cooked dessert as opposed to a fresh fruit dessert flavor to it. It's a bit stewed. I have 6 bottles of that. I reckon that is a $70 bottle of wine. One number 5. This is where I was looking at Nebbiolo guess coming to the front because it does have this sort of faded rim around the outside where it almost goes to the color of like old bricks. It does have the sort of bright, spicy nose to it as well. It's got tannin. I reckon it's Nebbiolo. I don't particularly like it, but I reckon Brendo will. 1 bottle, $90. I reckon that's gonna be some hot boy shit. I'm just not the hot boy it's made for. Wine number 6, is this another Neb? It does have that tawny brick color that I've been telling you all about for so long. It smells a little bit like a sports change room. Tiger balm that people, like athletes, put on their muscles to try and loosen them up, I don't know, promote blood flow. It did smell good. Yeah, deep heat nose. Another good band. God, I'm on fire today. Sour, bright, delicious. If that's Nebbiolo and the other one's Nebbiolo, I know which Nebbiolo I'd prefer. Neb 2, Electric Boogaloo. Dude, that tannin just hits, you know? It's another half does, $70 a bottle. In terms of my order of preferences, this time around, this is my favorite, that's my second favorite, that's my third favorite. What have I learned? Nothing. Yeah, that's why I need to talk to the experts. See what the fellas think.
All right, we've got 6 wines, all of them Italian? They were all Italian, right?
Yes.
They were, because they definitely felt all Italian.
They definitely felt Italian. Very rustic, very old
very
world.
Italian, yeah.
100%.
Did you understand the brief?
Yeah, so you got 2 brackets within a bracket.
2 brackets within a bracket, but what are we trying to do with each bracket?
In each bracket, there is a Tuscan, a Piemonte, and a Sicilian.
Cool.
If in this, there is 1 Piemonte, therefore the other 2 must be Tuscan or Sicilian. Right.
No.
And then it's reset through the second one.
I'm right in assuming that Sicily is the most southern of those, therefore the furthest from the Arctic Circle, therefore the warmest, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. Beautiful. Wonderful to know.
We're not back here again. All right, wine number one. Straight off the bat, I threw it into the winds of chance and said that was Sicilian.
I went north. I thought this was
wow.
Piemonte. Rustic, Nebbiolo, tannin to me.
You called this Neb?
Yep.
I was flirting with calling this Neb, but I didn't like the colour on it to be a Nebbiolo, so I went Dolcetto on it with no confidence. This is my second favourite out of this lineup here.
This was my third favourite.
I wanted half a dozen of them for $45.
I was 3 for 45.
12 for 55, and I fucking really like it.
We are in
What the
Chianti!
Hey!
How cool is that?
There we go, that one's right. So you know what this is called? The bottle?
It's called Fiasco.
Fiasco!
Fiasco?
These are called a Fiasco.
I love that.
Which is one of the great wine names ever. So DOCG Chianti in a Fiasco is kind of rare. And this is $38.
So this is Fratelli Dana. Mm-hmm. Is this related to the Dana brothers?
No idea.
Like in Melbourne? So you've got a winery.
No, that would
No?
that's a different name.
Different brothers.
What's the point of the little basket around the bottom? Just aesthetic, or is there a reason behind it?
I'm sure there is, but I don't know it.
I think it's because like they used to have like demijohns, so and so the basket would enable it to be sort of, you know, not roll over.
Yeah, nice.
Like roll on the bottom. I'm not too sure about this one though. I'm really glad we've got one of these now because I feel like
That's
like
good. It's
every
good
wine
for,
YouTuber
like-
should have a Fiasco bottle sitting somewhere.
And it's also good for like a
facto.
vase. Like, you know, it's fun.
It's gonna be de facto wine of the week, so we can put it on the back shelf.
Wine number 2.
This is my favorite out of the bracket.
Same.
This is why just on nosing these, I immediately changed my thing to Tuscany, Sicily, and Piemonte here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been telling people for years that Nere d'Avola is the most important red grape to come out of Sicily.
And most important is contentious because, like, particularly over the last 20 years, Etna and Nerello Mascalese has come with a bullet.
But Sicily, known for Nero.
Known for Nero.
I called this Nero, therefore it's Sicilian for me.
I think it's Nero or a Nero blend. It is actually quite dilute, like Cerasuolo. Cerasuolo, CDV, Cerasuolo di Vittoria is the only DOCG on the island, red DOCG on the island, which is a blend of Nere d'Avola and Frappato, which is what I think that is.
I called it Nero. It's like bright strawberries and raspberries. I wanted a dozen of it. I only wanted to pay $30, so I was being optimistic.
So I was 6 and 40. I loved this. This was juicy. I like had that Frappato energy. Yeah, so like it was like floral, bright strawberries, no tannin, delicious.
I wanted 1 and 20.
Oh my god!
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
your issue with
There we
it?
go. It is 47. It is the Nerocapitano from Lamoresca. I've had some wines from this producer that has been like
Fucked.
fucked. That's squeaky. That's lovely. That's a really, really great wine.
I'm really happy with that at $47. That's delicious.
It is delicious.
That's a really, really good wine.
Which leaves this.
Must be Piemonte.
Must be Piemonte.
Must be Piedmont.
I only got one of those, right? Like earthy, savory, but still bright, fresh flavors.
Yeah.
This could easily be Barbera.
I think this is a Langhe Rosso. I think like there is tannin there. There is a lot going on there. I did note something. I'm not sure if you guys picked up on it. There's a quality level here in this first bracket, and there seems to be a quality level here in this second bracket.
Friend, I did notice this.
They seem to be quite distinctly different. It's a Nebbiolo d'Alba or a Langhe Rosso. It's got kind of like, it's not exactly the most exciting wine, but it gets the job done.
It's a bit dusty. That one tastes like.
Dusty's
It's a little
good.
bit
Dusty, earthy tannin, but it's just like if you had like a nice bowl of like rich pasta sitting outside a trattoria at lunchtime on a Sunday afternoon, you'd be like fucking banging. It needs food.
Well, 40 and 6.
I was 6 and 45 as well.
That was 3 for 50. Probably my least favourite of those three.
We are on Langhe Neb from Piero Benevelli. $40.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good if you just want like a little house Nebbiolo for $40. Not bad. There we go. Lovely labeling. Classic, simple, screw cap, rare.
Screw cap.
No risk of cork taint, which happens all the time, but yeah, yummy.
You say that there's a noticeable difference in quality here, right?
These are another level.
Okay, cool, because that's good, because all of my prices just went up by like 50% on these next
Yeah,
ones.
mine
They
was
taste-
like
and then some.
100% up. Like at least
And then
double
some.
for all of these.
I liked them all less, but they taste expensive.
Well, I got straight 12s. So and I got more and more into them. The more it kind of went across.
Damn, we're doing opposite things here.
I think I went to Tuscany with this wine as a amazing Sange.
This is delicious. I didn't like it initially. It's got this kind of like coffee bitterness. I only wanted one bottle, but I'd pay $85 for it.
I wanted half a dozen of them. I was going to pay $70 for it. The thing that struck me about this wine is compared to the rest that were in the lineup, it tasted a lot rounder. It tasted less sort of like prickly. Like it tasted like a cooked dessert as opposed to a fresh fruit dessert. For me.
Stewed fruits for sure.
6 for $70.
12 for 80.
Francobat wine. This is Bolgheri, so it is Tuscany. This is from the Gaia family, so this is pretty fucking gangster. This is $215.
That's a Gaia tax.
Gaia
That's
tax.
definitely a Gaia tax.
This is an iconic producer in their Tuscan little project. Bulgaria, definitely like a richer, denser.
But I like where you went with it, where it's like there's a stewiness to it, but it's complete, it's rounded, it's full, like it's fleshy in the mid palate. Whereas these are quite asymmetric. These are like for the die-hard fans.
Yeah.
This is like good money for everyone. Well, I mean like as in getting good money off people.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Lots of people.
Broad appeal.
I fucking love this wine.
Yeah, this is really good.
So
You
delicious. It is the most plummy wine I've ever smelled in my life, but it's like fresh, like early summer, like juicy plum. It is so distinct, and I absolutely love it.
This is the most accurate call I ever make, which is I hate this one. I'm sure the other two are going to love it. Exactly what you said. I'd rather look at it than drink it.
Yeah, true.
One bottle for $90. I thought it tasted expensive, but like it's not for me.
If that's not Norello, I'm gonna eat my hat. It's 150 and 12.
12 for 100. Wine line up comfortably. Amazing.
Yummy.
We are on Etna Rossa. This is Tenuta, Nere, Gran Terroir Elitico.
And
This is like their top tier.
Top
So this is
tier.
probably like from a single contrada, probably a single portion of a contrada.
Well, the contrada I think is Calderara Sottana.
Yeah.
Which is $159.
I think that's not bad. It's
That's not bad.
for what it is. If you're in Burgundy for red wine,
That's
you're paying
Grand Cru,
like $1,000 minimum.
Saying as opposed to the inherent quality within the wine that's driving the price here, as well as like high.
Yeah.
There's scarcity that's driving the price
Yep.
probably in this.
Yeah, I
more
see
so than
that.
anything else. Which leaves this, which is awesome.
I've learned if you don't have anything nice to say about a wine, just shut the fuck up sometimes.
Has big South Africa got to you?
Big South Africa's gotten to
I'm
me.
worried about the World Test Championships. I brought bad juju on the country.
This was also fantastic. I spent
it's
the
a
most on
link.
this.
I spent the most on this as well. I bought the same. I loved that Etna Rossa a little bit more, but I think that's amazing.
Smells like deep heat in a local footy club.
I like that.
Yeah,
It does smell like DP.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
And also sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a retired sporting hero, you should start drinking some high-end Nebbiolo.
Maybe you
might
should.
bring back some fun memories.
Thankfully for me, at this point in my life, with the financial situation I find myself in, I don't like expensive old world Italian reds. it just
I understand.
That seems to be the case. I got 6 of them for $70, but I got a weird feeling this is going to be like $200.
12 for 150. For
12
me.
for 180.
And it is.
And it is.
Barbaresco for 190. I think that's fair. Sub 200 for that.
man,
I
we're
think
so
is pretty
close.
good. Yeah, we're in the wheelhouse.
Absolutely fantastic producer out of Barbaresco, and looking really actually good because we've had some recent tastings of Barbarescos on the show that didn't go so well. I
Yep.
just like those. I love that though.
All right. So now comes the fun. Wine of the lineup.
Oh my goodness.
I have a feeling that we might actually have to de facto give it to this.
No, but Brendo
I only got one. That was,
so you're out.
I can't-
Okay, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to see, like, this. It makes more sense for you two to assess this bracket than me.
I think
that was the only wine that
by
I
sh-
really got out of bed for, you know?
Yeah, but by sheer weight of numbers, I think we have to go for that Barbaresco. The only thing is that, like, I would have been like hand on the Etna Rosso, but you had one of that, so we kind of got to.
I also valued that as the most expensive. Like, I could recognize that being very cool. That was the one I spent the most money on.
You were 6, but for the Barbaresco, we were like 6, 12, and 12.
Yeah, it was like you could rob me and I would give you $90 for it. I feel that that's a fair price, but I wouldn't voluntarily do it.
I agree. I reckon this is a great wine though.
There's some bangers in there.
Hard like splitting hairs because if these other wines also were in other lineup, that would just trounce them.
Yeah, they'd-
absolutely.
But yeah, Barbaresco, wine of the week.
Barbaresco, the
Happens all
North
time.
wins. The North takes it out.
Key of the North.
I'm taking the Propato.
Bye.
Now.